Hi everyone, it's Bongo here from the Poultry People, and today I thought I'd bring you a tool review, something a little bit different. This has been making the rounds recently, a lot of controversy around it. It looks really dangerous and dodgy to a lot of people's eyes, so I thought I'd pick one up and find out all the fuss is about, and perhaps it will be quite useful. I'm hoping it'll be quite useful for smaller sized branches. Anyway, I've bought one, took the risk, and if we open it, we'll start finding out what it's all about. And there we go, it's the mini chainsaw attachment for your hand grinder. Lots of pictures, but it doesn't actually say the name or anything. The case is quite battered. Standard generic, random Chinese factory somewhere knocking these out. Installation instructions. Let's do this together. How straight does that look? Looks pretty straight. Okay, so angle grinder first. And they're also saying to take this off as well. Yes, so get your angle grinder right down to there. At this point, make sure it's unplugged. Don't work with it in the switched on, you know, common sense there, you know what I mean? We've got theirs at that angle. Okay, let's put theirs like that. 1, 2, 3. 4, 5. And then what have we got going on? Holy shit. It doesn't look like that's fitting. It doesn't fit the Makita grinder anyway. There we go, bollocks. Excellent stuff. Right, back again, and we've got a 4-inch grinder with a 10mm or shaft or drive shaft or whatever the terminology is for it, and it's the correct one. And go through some of the issues with it. Where do we start? Quality of parts. The chain seems good. The bar seems straight. That's obviously some sort of alloy. Doesn't see, that's the drive wheel. It seems quite good. This casting here, there's your oiling point. It's a manual oiling system, can of oil there. The tensioning system for the bar goes in here. So to adjust the slack in the chain, we use this. And I wanted to examine this. I've had it connected, it looks okay, there doesn't seem to be any damage. What of course you have to watch for is this threading out. But the quality of the cast metal here, there's a bit of a burr left over there from the machining where it hasn't been machined off and cleaned off. It seems to go together quite well. The screws, oh bollocks, screws aren't great. I'd much rather these be the hex type, but not bad for the money, I suppose. Okay, so that goes in there like that. You might as well pre-assemble that like that. What else have we got going on here? These two nuts for the bar, these two. And then there's a long and a short nut which go towards clamping these on. One of the issues with this is the rotation of the angle grinder. It's usually clockwise on all of them, and that's the way it is. So if we had the chainsaw bar here, assuming we're right-handed now, assuming we've got the chainsaw bar here and it's rotating this way, it comes back on ourselves, so you wouldn't be able to use it. It would just, yeah, it'd be mad. You could not use that at all to cut with. So it has to be like this, with the bar on it there, going round as a normal chainsaw does. But that means you have to use it in your left hand. And if you're right-handed, like the majority of people, I don't mean to be dissing left-handed people or anything, it's perfect if you're left-handed. If you're a right-handed person, you're now having to manipulate it using your left hand, which isn't so easy, and of course going down on it. The positioning of the hand as well is going to be fairly important, as you'll see in a minute. So let's whiz it all together. It doesn't take long. What do we need to put on it first? The drive wheel goes first, slot securely, and then the nut. I haven't got the proper tool for it, unfortunately, but that should be strong enough. Okay, what's next? This part. I had a bit of trouble when I first put this on, as I'll show you in a minute. Maybe it'll do it again, maybe it won't. I'm trying to do it equally. Yeah, it's done it again. It doesn't really locate properly whether these designs are generic or not. You're going to need to look down it, and you can see that isn't straight. It's going to need a bit of wiggling around with. I'm going to have to slacken that off. I'm going to have to wiggle it down. That's a bit better. And then look down it. Yeah, okay. A bit of wiggling by eye, which isn't ideal for what is a quite a dangerous tool. Tighten it up as far as it goes. With this, I don't recommend under tightening and over tightening. If it breaks as you over tighten it, then it's a piece of crap. It shouldn't break as I'm tightening it up. So it needs to be on there solidly. That's pretty decent. Right, that's all chainsaw bit. Now I need to put that back in, wherever that's gone. Screw that on to about, I don't know, 2/3 of the way in. Pop that on. Locate that. Make sure the chain's on the right way. So it's turning this way, clockwise, looking at it from the reverse side now. So it's turning clockwise, so it's going round. And where we're cutting here on the timber, the teeth are pulling back, so it's pulling it into itself. Now, while we're here, this is from last night. I did 5 cuts with it last night, and we can see where the chain has been rubbing here and there. The chain's actually rubbing on here, so it's catching on the steel. Not a good thing. Yeah, you can actually see it there. There's no chain stop with this either. When we put the cover on in a minute, it's just open. There's no chain stop. If the chain comes off, so if the chain was to run and get really slack or something, and it failed, and the chain is swinging back on you like this, boom, seconds, boom, it's tangled up on you. So that's an issue there with having there's no chain stop anyway, and there's definitely no brake stop at all. Nice toothed wheel on the end there. It's not too bad a piece of kit, you know. It's a shame. It's doing something with something else that shouldn't be. A grinder isn't a chainsaw. However, these things are for sale, and someone must test them out for the good of humanity, etc. Don't need to be tight just yet. We're going to adjust the slack in the chain first. All the time, of course, you haven't connected any of this to any power source. This is all unplugged, and ideally you want to be able to see the plug in front of you, so you aren't messing about with a live tool. That seems about right. I'll tighten this up, I think. There. Get some oil down the old hole there. And just the handles to put on. So, see, here's our issue. God, it's just mental, isn't it? Look at that. Does this actually function as the chain stuff? Let's have a look. No, that's definitely not right. Imagine how mental that is. Fucking hell. Now, whether the bottom of this would act as a chain break, I don't know. Maybe it would, maybe it wouldn't. It's a tricky one to find out. Maybe it just pops straight off the side there. Maybe you could extend it. That would be an idea. Get a steel plate in there underneath this and bring it out to there, and that would do that. Good thinking, Batman. Right, shorter screw in the bottom, longer screw in the top, handle, then the, I don't know what this is, some sort of plastic black banana, and then the long screw going down, trapping it all on, and we're basically there together, ready to go. I need to readjust that a little bit. That's together, that's ready to be used. Let's have a look at some issues with it in actually using it. It's Chainsaw City around there. Wanker. Right, we're losing the light of the day, so let's crack on with this now. I've got a log out, it's quite a hefty piece. What's that, 5-inch? Something along those lines. We'll give it a cut, take a few wedges off it. Let's see how we get on. I haven't got any chainsaw gloves, unfortunately. Got some welding gloves. It's better than nothing. Okay, so you've been round it, checked all the nuts are tight, you've oiled it all up, plugged the power in, give it a spin. Right, see, this is the problem with it. The blade is running all the way down and so close to my hand, it's unfucking real. I really don't like it. But there we go. Decent enough. It just feels a bit more dodgy than what it is, you know. So it's not a great cut at all. But you can see how sharp it is. Lethal. Okay, you want to check your blade. Maybe get a bit of oil on it. You can use the oiling oil, but you can also do this. So if you're going to decide to get one of these, I'm using this and I've got it off like that. So in the case of a kickback, it goes that way, and I'm not doing this with it. I'm not having it come up like that at all. It'd be very hard to turn it on like that. I've actually got it so where I'm offset and I'm using it side on. I wouldn't use this for big stuff where you have to put a lot of effort into it, because that's when you might get problems. stand off and unplug it, and happy days. Chain might be a little bit tight at the moment. I over tightened it before, so I'll faff around with that a bit more. I'm not sure if there's a bit of a smell to the grinder. It's warm. It's only a, what is it, 600 watt Pro Performance B&Q Special. It's not really designed for running a chainsaw attachment and cutting large branches. That's not bad at all, that. Can I recommend it? I don't know. Get yourselves a proper chainsaw, even an electric one. They come with safety brakes. They're designed for what they are. But you're looking at £21 minimum for the chainsaw attachment. And then again, another 20 odd for the grinder attachment, maybe 30 for the grinder. So there's £50 there. That's about $65 US. I reckon you can get an electric chainsaw for not much more than that, which would be safer and more capable of doing what you need from it. From a small chainsaw to have around your workshop. Make up your own minds about getting one of these. I can't see me using it much. You know, you never know. A few little bits around here, handy for putting stuff on the lathe. I won't be throwing it in the bin anyway, that's for sure. I'll be going up on a shelf. Shame it doesn't come with a nice cover. Anyway, there we go. Chainsaw lethal attachment for your grinder. All the best. Thanks for watching.